Hey there, fellow watchers. It's that time of the week again, Born to Watch. Our Carl Weathers tribute continues tonight with Rocky 3, a serious departure from the two first movies of the franchise. Rocky 3 is almost unrecognizable from its predecessors and gives us one of the greatest movie songs ever written. And a pretty damn good beret as well, Damo, wouldn't you think?
It's excellent beret, Troutman style almost.
Yeah. And Damo's actually got a beret with us in studio.
It will be worn later when I do the Kick-Ass credit song.
Looking forward to that. Most would argue that Rocky 3 and 4 are the best of the series. I know that Damo won't. They leave behind the dour drama and focus on a faster pace and probably a little more style over substance. I've no doubt that this week we could have some differing opinions about this film. Coming off the bench to help cover Gow as he travels to WatchCon in Auckland, we've got Will the Workie. How are you, mate?
I'm good, Matty. How are you?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Mate, it's good having you back on the couch.
Thank you very much. 2 cans of single fin and a Plex login, and I'll be anyone you want me to be.
Well, you are.
I am the work experience kid. Thank you very much for having me again, boys.
Not only
Absolute
that,
pleasure.
you've inherited the headset number 2.
Yeah,
I have. I was just saying to the boys, I've got my little microphone here sitting front and center of my mouth, and I feel like I should be taking some insurance claims, like the girl on the Amy ads.
She's good though, that girl.
If you got any issues, just give me a call. Right now, I feel very, very capable.
Now, Damo.
Yeah.
I know you're going to pretend that you're okay with Will having the headset. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? One being seriously okay with it, and 10 being not very okay with it.
Look, I actually wore that in last week. I actually ran
You
it in.
you broke it in.
I warmed it up. Yeah, I broke it. Yeah,
You broke it. You broke it in.
It was an absolute fucking bronco, and
Yeah.
I broke it in.
You did.
And now I've been resorted to the lay down lounge,
That's what I can smell.
old school microphone.
But mate, and only because you're such an expert in that position.
Yeah.
That's what your
No,
wife
I'll
says as
take
well.
one. I'll take one for the team.
That's what your wife says as well.
She does.
She does. Anyway.
Takes one for the team, or
Yeah, she
Yeah,
does.
yeah. I'll take
Yeah.
one for the team.
Yeah.
It's 2026. Oh, no, it's not. I've got 2 years to go.
Yeah.
Interesting one. This one, Rocky. It's the first Rocky movie I saw. Rocky 3. It's the one my dad introduced to me to first. I loved it, and obviously then went straight back to Rocky 1 and Rocky 2, and fell in love with the multi-gazillionaire boxer with poor fashion taste and absolutely ostentatious interior decorating taste, which we'll talk a little bit about in Film School for F-Wits. 1982, this movie came out, 42 years old.
wow.
When you say that,
It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous how old this movie is. It's ridiculous how old some of the movies we've done. And they're still so fucking good.
Yep, they hold
Yeah.
up.
There's nothing wrong with this movie today.
It's better than most movies today.
Yeah, and this is the thing. It's really quite sad. 42 years old, Damo, we're going to start with you. I've set now. Look, I could have catered to the people on the couch tonight.
Yeah.
Because I know Will, he's a younger man than us,
A little bit.
and probably I wouldn't have thought of seeing the Rockies as much as I know I haven't, and I know Damo's seen a few of them.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. So I'm catering to myself here when I say over and unders are 45.
Yep.
Now, Damo, are we anywhere close to that with dog years?
No, we're not. I've seen this 4 times.
You've seen Rocky 3, 4 times.
I saw it at the movies
Wow.
with all my mates.
Yeah, nice.
And I can remember the hype that, like, literally shadow boxing as we walked out, like wanting to take on anyone.
Yep.
Pumped, throwing 1-2s all over the place, combos. But yeah, then I saw it again, maybe, I don't know, on DVD a bit later, and then only just last night.
So
then
there
recently.
was, so hang on. There was the movie,
Yeah.
which
Then-
was what?
1982.
Late 1982.
Yeah,
Yep.
big gap.
October, November-ish.
20 years later, he's seen it
Yeah.
again.
DVD
Yeah.
was the next.
Didn't even see it on VHS.
Might have
No.
been TV. It could have been TV. It could have been TV. But yeah, I
Okay.
I just knew it. And I thought I don't need to watch it again.
Okay, so then you've seen Rocky 3 4 times.
Yeah.
How many times you heard Eye of the Tiger?
Oh, holy crap! Yes, 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is.
I reckon it's almost the definitive song of the 80s.
Yeah, and
well,
it's
a movie song for
Yeah.
sure.
100%.
it's still a dead set G up.
Mate, it's still a ball terror.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time that music, if you're out somewhere and Eye of the Tiger comes on, people are pumped.
Yeah,
Stuff's happening.
Was it your wedding?
Certainly was.
Yeah.
Certainly was at my wedding.
Oh, it was your entrance music.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We built this city
Oh,
with
no,
my
but-
entrance music.
No, entrance into the reception.
No, we built this city. I walked
Oh,
into We
okay.
Built This City.
Oh, was it?
The bridesmaids and the groomsmen walked into the Survivor theme.
Oh, Survivor
Yeah,
is in
as in the
J-
TV
anal,
show.
Anal probes.
Anal Probst, Jeff
Yeah.
Anal Probst.
Yeah.
And then the exit music was the final theme to Star Wars. The
smiley ending with the medals.
That's it.
The laugh at R2.
Yeah, laugh at R2.
Yeah.
The laugh ending.
Yeah.
We had our own laugh ending.
it's probably a lot you could gauge about a person by their
You like that?
music choices at the wedding.
You like
And
that?
yeah, I think it's bang on brand.
Yeah.
I think you've done well.
This is it. I gave 0 fucks.
Yeah, you did.
It's a party. Let's
Still
have some
don't.
fun.
Still
Exactly. You
don't.
can tell by the way I look.
So Eye of the Tiger was in the car on the way to the.
Eye of the Tiger was definitely in the soundtrack of the wedding. It was definitely played.
Yeah, nice.
No doubt about
Okay.
that. Wilbur,
Yeah.
over and unders 45.
Yeah, so when this movie was released, I wasn't even a glint in my father's eye.
No, you weren't.
Right.
I was,
You were
it was 2 years before I was born. So I would, you're going to the movies with your mates, and
You're
I
in a
think-
tissue next to the
we,
bed.
we were 12. We were 12.
Yeah. I was just doing me stretches, mate, somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think I'm around about 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 2
I
or
like
3.
it. This is going to be good.
Mm.
This is going to be good because I have seen
2 or
this.
3, that's not very much.
I have seen Rocky 3 100 times.
Wow.
Wow.
Conservatively.
No, well, you talk Rocky 3 quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 are my Rockies.
Yeah.
They're the ones, and I'm really excited about in 5 or 6 weeks' time when we do Rocky 4. It's got one of my top 10 cinema experiences of all time.
Mm.
And yeah, I would be 100 times. And again, then a lot of these things are inflated because of the video shop.
Yeah.
Because the Rockies were very easy to whack on.
Very accessible.
Anyone can watch them.
Yeah.
And what would happen is that a crowd would form around the TV, and then 5 or 6 copies of the Rockies would start to filter out.
Yep.
With bold marketing on my part.
This business,
It's
baby.
this
That's
is it.
business. You know?
Is it, you used to pick and choose the movies that would go on at certain times to ensure that there'd be
Yep.
some uptake in rental.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Rocky 3. Now, this is off the back of the VHS that Damo didn't watch.
Yep.
Sylvester Stallone writes another chapter for Rocky Balboa, one of the most popular and inspirational characters in motion picture history. I think Sylvester Stallone wrote that as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
While Rocky 3 follows similar paths to its predecessors, it also shows how success and time have changed the lives of the principal players. Rocky battled for the top, but he learns it. Oh, fuck it. Rocky battled for the top, but he learns it is just as difficult to battle to stay there. As heavyweight champ, he defends his title against several opponents, but none as tough or as mean as Clubber Lang. A contender who wants what Rocky had himself wanted, to go the distance with the champ. Balboa's sense of honor, self-reliance, and traditional values are put to the ultimate test in this remarkable movie.
It's like a 2-page essay on the back of that.
That is
Cover?
one of the worst.
That's a mouthful. What
How bad is it?
It's a mouthful, mate.
And that's why I went for because there's DVD releases that have got a better synopsis, but that was on the back of the VHS when it was released at Countrywide Video in DY
Right.
in '83.
Bloody hell.
Unreal.
It was
Well,
a-
that
that's a full
so old
saga.
mate was getting paid per word.
I think so.
Obviously.
Good copywriter. Good copywriter.
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's watch the trailer and see if that is any better than the synopsis. We're in.
Oh,
Love it. I
Good
wanna,
trailer.
I want to watch the movie again after watching that.
Damon, you made a good point. They don't use that music in the movie.
no, they don't.
No,
They don't. But they use Gonna Fly now, but
Yeah, they do.
Go in the distance.
they do.
They Survivor obviously
They use that a lot. There's a lot of different motifs
yeah
of
from that song.
of either tiger.
But I was surprised in that preview or trailer that they show that Carl Weathers is the trainer or he's training with him. I reckon that would have been a better surprise.
That would have been a good surprise, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember if I knew it or not, but yeah, I think it would have been because he just rocks up. He's like, yeah,
That I've got it in Good, the Bad, the Ugly, but that scene when Rocky and him meet in Nicky's gym,
Yeah.
is one of my favourite scenes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. All right, gentlemen, critical thinking. IMDb rates Rocky 3 6.8 out of 10.
Wow.
It's a 66% on the tomato meter with a 74% audience score.
Okay.
Rate's okay.
Yeah, close. Yeah.
Rate's okay. Couple of reviews. One good one from Steven Silver from Tilt Magazine.
Well,
the
the
Silver
Silver
Fox.
Silver Surfer.
I'm not going to try and answer that, but great. I love them both. Very much
Silver
of
pubes.
There we go. We've just upped the ante. Very much a film of the 80s. Not only did it co-star 1980s icons like Mr. T and Hulk Hogan, but it made Rocky a bit more muscle-bound than he'd been earlier, in line with the G.I. Joe aesthetics of the time.
He was pretty jacked.
Everything's a little bit more flashy.
I said this, I think during, might have been Rebel Moon 1 or whatever. But
Are you going to quote
No,
Rebel Moon
no,
1?
the thrusting of the hips. No. the stars in the 80s became so muscle bound.
They did.
Yeah.
They actually have to look at him and go, yeah, he can freaking dish out some shit.
Absolutely.
Even the girls, like Red Sonja and that sort of thing, they were pretty big, tough looking women.
Brigitte.
Yeah, that's right. So, but yeah, Van Damme and
Arnie.
obviously Arnold's.
Yep.
They were all big.
Yeah, they had to pump some serious iron.
Yeah, definitely. Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, he was a monster. And he's big top.
Big
That's
boy.
it.
A bad review, Chuck O'Leary of fullviewdrivein.com. The formula was starting to become tiresome by now. And can somebody please explain how Rocky suddenly became more articulate in this one, despite more punches to the head? Now, I've now written underneath that, this is a good discussion point,
Yeah.
and we're going to start the discussion
you.
early.
Right.
Because there is the saying, I got some sense knocked into me, and he has definitely had some sense knocked into him. He goes from being so dumb in Rocky 2, and we discussed that a lot during the
top
podcast,
dumb, yeah.
over the top dumb, to now being a full-on businessman.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Well, have you seen Trading Places? Billy Ray Valentine went and worked at Duke and Duke.
Yep.
He went from being, a homeless bum scam artist to being, highly intelligent stockbroker.
I didn't think
It's
money.
ridiculous.
I didn't think money changed people this much.
I know.
No, add a few IQ points on.
Big time.
A lot. Yeah.
Huge. The conversation he has with Paulie in the car park, he's dead set William Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Compared to Rocky 2.
Bloody Marcus Aurelius. He was like a bloody
It is.
stoic.
Are you not educated?
His transformation was Pygmalion like Eliza Doolittle.
It was unbelievable.
Just completely changed.
And the dress sense, everything.
Yeah, he's
Well,
sharpened up.
He couldn't drive a car in number 1, but he's riding around on a motorbike now.
He got Maserati.
Yeah.
That's parked in the most impossible car spot when he picks Paulie up from the
I
police.
couldn't work out what type of car that was.
It's a
That was
Maserati.
right.
Maserati. Early.
Yeah. It was in the opening
Incarnation.
credits. He was had a Maserati endorsee.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yep. 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 If
Bit of
you
product
bit of it,
placement.
yeah, he was.
Like
There
that.
was a fair bit of product placement in there. Yeah,
Now,
that montage.
we
Oh, watches and stuff.
Yep.
yeah, there's a lot of that first 7 minutes, which is essentially just the recap and a montage,
Mm.
Yeah.
is incredible stuff. Incredible filmmaking.
Mm.
Okay, ordinary people. We've obviously covered 2 Rockies and we've covered all the cast before. We'll just cover the 2 newcomers. We'll just talk a little bit about Mr. T. It's his first role. Obviously, then went on to star as B.A. Baracus in the A-Team, and then really didn't really do much, if you're honest. He does do a little bit of wrestling, but what are your thoughts on the A-Team, Damo?
I didn't watch it like I had to watch it. I watched it, but not
It wasn't an event. It wasn't like it was
No,
a weekly
it
event for
wasn't,
me when it
no,
first started.
It wasn't one, Dirk Benedict and George Papard
Yeah.
and
Whatever his name
whoever
is,
was Murdoch.
whoever Murdoch was,
Yeah.
the Nuffy.
But B.A. Paracas, I knew it, but I didn't watch it.
One of the
regularly.
great themes of the 80s.
Yeah,
Dun,
excellent.
dun, 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 dun,
Dun, dun, dun,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun. Great truck. The truck is amazing.
The Bedford van.
Yeah, amazing van. And BA was the driver. Couldn't
Yeah.
fly though. Remember they had to knock
No,
him out.
Yes.
They had to knock him out to
Every
fly.
episode.
Every episode, they'd fly somewhere. They'd have to knock him out with an injection, and then he'd always wake up just before they land and be like, "What the heck is going on?"
But he has got the best resting angry face. Like he does not. You would never go, "Wow, what a beautiful smile on that man."
He brings something completely different to this movie that we haven't seen in the previous 2. He really brings a villain.
Yeah,
A
but
true villain.
I feel like it's like the most comic book of
Absolutely.
the Rocky series. Everything's a little bit just like a celebration of the comic bookness of this story, and bringing in Mr. T
Yeah,
is just the perfect nemesis, because
for sure.
it's not like I mean, I shouldn't say it's not serious, because the trainer Mickey.
Yep.
Oh, Mickey, he passes away in this, which is a pretty heavy scene. But up until that point, everything was just a little bit light-hearted.
No, everything was real.
Yeah.
I think a really good analogy is, and it goes with Sly, is that this movie's on steroids.
Yeah.
So they've just turned it up.
Yeah.
And you can just, and it even goes, Rocky 4 sort of takes it to another level with the East versus West, Russia or US,
Yeah. It gets into
the
politics.
Cold War, takes up another level. But I read a thing today that was saying how it was a conscious decision by Sly to move it away from the drama filled of the first 2 movies and make it more
A sports movie now.
make it more indulgent.
Yeah.
Make it, and you can tell the movie looks completely different to the first
Right.
2. It's written completely different to the first 2. It's almost a caricature.
Yeah.
And Mr. T is, I reckon, he brings 80% of that.
Yeah.
But his character,
And his visual, his presence, his mohawk, his
feathered
feathered
earrings.
Yeah.
Take a good close look at the symmetry in his forehead muscles.
Are they evenly?
It's a perfect set of arrows pointing in towards
Yeah,
the
that's
bridge
what I
of his
mean. That's that
nose.
resting angry face.
It's
He's got a
ridiculous.
good grunt. He's got a
Ah.
good grunt. Shut up, old man.
Do you reckon he did weights on his forehead to get it to be
Ah.
that
He's
defined?
a dead set midget though. He's not big.
No.
He's not big. So,
That's
but
where
I'll
the
tell you
anger
what,
comes
if you
from.
met him
He looked like he was 6 foot in this.
He
I
did.
reckon.
Mm.
he did. If you met him in a dark alley,
I'd run.
you are in panic mode. If you met him in the alley behind the hotel that they stay in LA, it's panic mode.
Yeah. Animal.
Yeah.
He liked to grunt in his training.
All right. So we've gone from 180s icon, well, became an icon after this movie, essentially, to what could be almost the biggest, well, without a doubt, the biggest icon in sports entertainment for the 80s in Hulk Hogan as Thunder Lips.
Thunder Lips,
Yeah.
the ultimate male.
Now, I remember this is how my dad sold the movie to me. because he said Rocky fights the Hulk. And I thought it was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, Lou Ferrigno.
I thought it was Lou Ferrigno.
Oh,
Is that green?
wow.
He's going to fight that green bastard.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the Hulk was in 83 or 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had no idea.
Yep.
No idea. And if Mr. T, do you know what this reminded me of, Damo? This reminded me of DYRSL AWA.
Oh,
Mark
yeah.
Mercedes.
Mark Mercedes, Big Phil Picasso.
We, as young men, when we were playing rugby together at DYRSL, the AW Australian Wrestling Association
Nice.
came and played
It's the
at
biggest
DYRSL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mate, it was so bad. It was how bad was it,
brilliant.
Damo?
It was
No, it was hilarious and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun, but how bad was it?
horrible.
Yeah.
But and they had Vulcan from Gladiators, John Kubu.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
Vulcan?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I
The big
do.
black guy with the dreadlocks.
Yes.
He was actually a big unit. He was the main hero,
Yes.
Right.
and he had
that's
to
right.
fight the baddie called Mark Mercedes. But they had like a 2-hour show, but they had to set up because we didn't know who any of them were. We knew Mark Mercedes was the baddie,
Yeah.
because he came out earlier to abuse the crowd. Remember?
Yeah, man, but like you yell out, don't piss off, mate. Be like, piss off.
Remember he yelled out to the audience, said, "You're all scumbags,"
Yeah.
and I yelled out,
You're a scumbag.
and it just came right up in my face, right into her face, just looking at me, like out of the ring, staring
Oh,
at me.
Damo regretted his choices. At
You're a
that moment.
scumbag. I remember that.
It
It
was
was
It was a sick gag.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll let you use it.
Oh, look.
In a
Yeah,
similar
rule one of
circumstance.
Burn Clubby, you got to throw the thing straight back at him. You know?
absolutely.
But,
You're,
but all the
you're-
little kids in the audience loved it. They were
Yeah.
laughing, and they would have loved that I went along with it.
Yeah.
Just,
you're part of the show.
oh, basically, yeah.
Hey, didn't they give you like a free
Nothing.
pink lemonade?
Sort of fire engine.
But mate, it reminded me so much of that. Like him, like
Wrestling. Yeah.
yelling at the crowd, "Roar," and them throwing the rubbish into the ring.
Yeah.
And, it just reminded me so much of. But
Want a beer or?
what else? Fuck's sake. But I did love I got a lot of questions to ask about this exhibition fight between the world heavyweight champ
Mm.
and Thunderlips that would never be sanctioned or take part, right? Or take place ever.
It was for charity.
I know it was for charity. Well, did someone tell Thunderlips? Because he broke Rocky's back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There is no way Rocky,
He gave it a red hot go.
mate, one of my favorite parts of the whole movie is when Rocky's like, we'll go around the ring and we'll just
Yeah,
punch.
yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah.
and then the look on his face as he looks back up at him is like, holy shit.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
You know, Hulk Hogan. You know, he had that move. It was the back rake.
Yes.
I would have loved to have seen a back rake. It's just the nails down the back, and they were riling in pain. You know, they just the Hulk
Like a
Hogan
bit
back
slow,
rake.
No.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
did he drag out the drama on that one? Or
his back rake's are real.
It's just a
oh,
real back
like a
rake.
real kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it's just instant agony.
Shock.
Yeah,
It was like a
right.
shock to the
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, a Hulk Hogan back rake is one of the most vicious
Actually,
moves.
copped a couple of those from the older brothers, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But that's it was funny. Strangles messaged me and said, I'm watching Rocky 3 and I'm hating the Hulk part.
Oh,
And I'm like, mate, I actually don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's,
you see his ring girls or his
the
entourage?
4 of them.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Nice. Nice.
It was, I got some concerns about his hair.
It's wispy thin.
It's very wispy thin.
He's kept it long.
Looks like gauze.
to cover. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be my Morgs a lot.
Well, you save it.
Yeah.
yeah. It is wispy.
One of the
thin.
ring girls is mine.
Yeah. I reckon he's got maybe one strand of hair to every 6 of mine. Maybe I don't know.
You got quite thick hair though.
Oh well, no, I'm definitely thinny bit, but I still got a full head.
Yeah. Oh, that's strawberry blonde.
Strawberry blonde goodness.
That red hair is always a bit
Jeez.
tight and a bit harder to get rid of.
Yeah.
But Hulk Hogan became the biggest thing on the planet. Obviously, WrestleMania fighting Andre the Giant, he just became massive.
Well, I'll
Hulkamania.
yeah, I'll bring that's in my listen to this a bit of WrestleMania talk.
Yeah, but he was just huge. And so this movie's almost sort of catapulted him because he got the sack for doing this movie from
Yeah.
WWE.
Did he?
He got the sack for doing this
right.
movie, and then
Vince
and then-
McMahon Senior.
and then
booted
when it became a hit and he became a star, he was
Yeah.
like, maybe you should come back now and we'll set stuff around you.
Good name too, Thunderlips.
24-inch python.
Yes.
You seen arms as big as this? He's good. I like him.
Yeah.
Made me laugh the
Oh,
whole time.
he was hilarious, and especially when he turned bad in NWO, Hulk Hogan,
Mm.
when he went to WWE.
With the shoe polish beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was some of the funniest, best wrestling shit ever. I loved it. Hence my T-shirt.
We were really quite big into wrestling for a little bit there,
Oh,
weren't we?
huge,
For a few
yeah,
years.
huge.
It was
Into
big Tuesday night.
Yep.
We'd be rushing
Well-
home from training to watch Raw.
Well, that's once WWE died, that was Friday Night Nitro. I loved that
Yeah.
Friday Night Nitro. But then WWE or F at that time,
Yes.
they won the battle.
Yes, they did.
They won.
They
They
had
beat
too much money.
WCW. They
Yeah.
beat them, and then they turned to WWE because the World Wildlife Foundation.
Suit them.
Yeah.
So give all your money to the pandas.
God damn. They should.
And Vince went, no, I'm just going to shit on women's heads.
Yeah, couple of questions about old Vince, wasn't there?
Well, Vinny's done now. He's now completely outed and gone.
But he was hilarious, Vince McMahon. God, he was fun.
He was good. And we got involved. I reckon I got right into it, and he was very heavily involved.
He was hilarious.
He was wrestling.
Yeah.
He was
Such a dickhead.
he was such a dickhead.
Austin used to beat him up when he
Oh,
when he was in
so
the
good.
hospital, and Austin
gold.
pretended to be a nurse, and then just hit him with the bloody the paddles
Yep.
with the electric shock,
Yep.
and belt him with the bedpan. and-
Christopher Nolan stole that idea for The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, that's what the
Yeah,
Joker
the
rocked. him.
Joker rocked up as the name.
True.
Now, believe it or not, got nominated for an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA.
I'd believe it.
Do you know what for?
Oh, they'll have to be for the original song.
Well done. Eye of the Tiger. Didn't win anything, but was nominated for 3 massive awards.
Yeah.
Academy Award, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA. It was also Razzie, Worst New Star, Mr. T.
Oh, yes.
He didn't win, though. I couldn't be bothered looking up who did.
Mm.
But 82 is a strong year. E.T. comes out and just blows the wall away. Spielberg does it again. Tootsie, which I remember I was grounded. I was supposed to go to the cinemas to watch Tootsie. I was grounded, wasn't allowed to go.
What'd you do?
I can't remember. I wasn't much of a kid, to be honest. I was a bit shitty. Officer and a Gentleman, which we've spoken about at length. Great movie. Really worth revisiting. Gow's favourite, Porky's.
Ooh.
Now, Porky's was the 5th highest box office earner in 1982.
It was marketed
doubt.
so well. It was advertised to them. I remember the ads on it. I was like, I want to see. I could never see it.
Yeah.
But holy crap, I wanted to.
It would not be made today.
No.
Star Trek 2, 48 Hours, Poltergeist. Now, a movie I did see at the movies, Annie.
Oh, jeez.
Now, it's still, I would love someone to leave a voicemail, someone, about the Indian African-American bodyguard in Annie, who is magic and makes the thing dance and fly.
I don't.
I don't know what he's doing. Is it Punjabi magic? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it could be for the Rajasthan Royals.
Yep.
I don't know.
But, you know, another good movie came out this year, Morgues Alike, The Dark Crystal.
Oh, the Skeksis.
Yes, Skeksis.
Definitely. We definitely need to get a picture of one of the Skeksis.
I'm going to get I've got it somewhere in my
on your
things where
website.
there's a picture of Morgues next to, it's not the Skeksis, it's the good,
The Gelflings.
yeah, but the old things, the old, not the Gelflings, because they're the younger things,
young,
but
yeah.
the older sloppy things that look like Morgues. That's a good description.
Right.
The old sloppy. Okay, $17 million budget for Rocky 3, made 124 million
Okay.
and change.
So it certainly had not made as much as the previous two.
No.
But they were in the
The first one was huge.
Was it
Second
like
one was
220 and
not
then
so
200
big.
or something? Was that
Yeah,
what we
and
said?
then
Yeah.
this one's 124. $12 million opening weekend, opened in 939 theaters. So it had a big opening. 12 million is a lot of money,
Mm.
considering that Furiosa has only just done fuck all this
Yeah, it's
weekend.
surprising, yeah.
Which has got you went and saw it. Thoughts in one word?
Not as good as Fury Road, but still pretty good.
Okay, good. Well done, gentlemen. 1982 hit, flipper, and dud. And I've got the hit for this year. Conan the Barbarian.
Ooh.
Nice.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Earl Jones, Jerry Lopez. Now, this is what I remember of Conan, seeing it for the first time as a young man. I would have been under 10, seeing this movie for the first time. Chopping the mum's head off and the head just falling in the that's scarred me for a long time. What a great movie Conan the Barbarian is, though. Arnold just unbelievable in this movie.
I think a lot of barbarian movies were then made.
For
Yeah.
sure. It was a huge run on Barbarian movies. Conan the Destroyer, I don't think it's anywhere near as good. It's got Wilt Chamberlain in it as his offsider.
Few,
But
few crossover stars, Sports and movies.
yes,
Happened
well,
to
Terry
be in the
Lopez is in the
80s.
first one, and
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain in the second one. There were a lot. 80s was big on the crossover.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Yeah.
Flying High, and also Game of Death with Bruce Lee.
Yes.
He's the final villain on the top floor that he
Oh,
fights.
really?
Yeah.
Because he was a student. He was a Bruce Lee student, Kareem. So there's a fight. They have a fight, and Kareem kicks him in the chest, and on his yellow bodysuit, there's a big footprint. It's
So
funny, man.
good.
Big Nike
funny.
size
Gone far,
22.
Yeah.
gone far too long, old Bruce. But yeah, look, Conan was incredible. Loved it. Such a good movie. And again, another one that really holds up well today. The final scene where they take the guy who looks like one of the guitarists out of Iron Maiden.
Oh, Dave Murray?
Could be. And it's got the big spike. He walks around his trap and it swings around, spikes him in the chest.
Whoa.
It was a bit of a copy of First Blood.
Yeah.
It was the First Blood equivalent. But
Yeah.
a lovely movie. A lovely
Nice
movie.
one, Conan.
Nice
Sleeper
one.
Wilbur, you're up.
Yep, I got the sleeper this week, and my choice for this week is let's just say it's an Australian classic. Okay, it's
Oh,
based on
Schoolboy?
no, oh, so close. Based
Storm
on
Bin Chicken?
a title based on the same poem from Mr. Banjo Patterson himself,
Oh, right.
Great movie.
featuring the undeniable Tom Burlinston
Right.
and the queen of stage and screen,
Mm.
the
Sigrid Thornton.
ever unforgetful or unforgettable, I should say,
Mm.
Sigrid Thornton.
Siggy.
I saw Sigrid Thornton in a play in Sydney called The Green Room, I think, with Marcus Graham.
Mm.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
do the whole second act of the play naked.
Wow.
What?
The whole second act of the play naked.
How'd the Kleenex sponsorship?
Look,
go?
there's not a lot of room to move in the. Don't know what, it was right in the middle. It was on. It was in the middle of the city. The theater. I can't remember what it's called, but it's so uncomfortable. The seats are too far together. I was cramping.
Right.
Yeah,
got
and so
the-
there was no. I couldn't have cracked a fat if I wanted to.
Right. You had bigger issues at
There were
play.
bigger issues at play.
Was it like
yeah.
Players on the Gold Coast? Or
No,
something?
it wasn't Showgirls. Hollywood Showgirls.
Yeah. Well, anyway, getting back to
Yes.
to our sleeper, featuring probably one of the very few drop-ins on a horse through a half pipe, well, otherwise known as the Snowy Mountains.
Yes.
Wow.
But a very iconic moment.
Straight off the edge.
Yeah. And look, to be honest with you, Tom Burlinson actually rode a lot of the horse himself. Him and his stuntman, but he did that drop down the mountain in those final crescendo scenes of that movie.
Wow.
Great soundtrack.
Yep. And mate, I remember seeing it as a kid and instantly just thinking, like, Sigrid Thornton's a babe.
Yeah.
She's
She
a
was-
real babe.
Kirk Douglas plays Harrison and Spur.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's a great. I watched it not long ago, actually, probably
Really?
2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
Love it.
I saw Sigrid Thornton down at the pub down along the Tweed River out on the way to Murwillumbah. I'm blanking on the bloody suburb. It's the one. On the way out to Murwillumbah, there's a really nice pub
On the river.
on the river.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I can't remember the name.
Oh, let's just call it the
Hard look.
Murwillumbah.
No, it's not though.
the
And
Murwillumbah Bar.
yeah, the Murwillumbah. It's
Sig-
not. But anyway, everyone listening is just
Siggy.
yelling at
Yelling,
me.
going, it's this.
Yeah, it's the bloody.
It's
Okay.
the I know. Okay, Damo, good choice, Wilbur.
Thanks, guys.
Damo, what's your dud?
I'm going for you were talking about you went to like a theater to see that nude thing. I went and saw this at the Valhalla in Glebe, which was like for all the artsy fartsy movies. And we'd heard, a mate of mine, Stu, we heard about this movie called Liquid Sky. It's about an alien that feeds off orgasms. Right? Came out. So in about
Hang on, in 82, you're 12.
yeah, so we never saw it.
Right.
I heard about it in about 87.
Okay.
Liquid Sky.
Oh, well, you're right in the middle of it then.
Yeah.
Right
So
in the thick of it.
then it got this release at the Valhalla in about 1990. And Stu and I went, "Oh my god, Liquid Sky!" It was like this punk, sci-fi, horror, soft porn, sort of androgynous looking, like David Bowie sort of, but it was a girl. She
Yep.
looked that sort of look, and weird as all weird. The graphics are ridiculous, but it is a huge cult classic, Liquid Sky. So the aliens came down to get heroin, but they found out that the endorphins in the brains of humans when they're orgasming was better to get than the heroin. So then whenever there was an orgasm, they killed the person that had it. Yeah, and the star in it was a girl who looked like a bloke, was written anything, guys, girls, whatever, just super weird, real cult weird movie, Liquid Sky.
Oh,
Wow.
so that's the dud. It sounds like an absolute cracking time, mate.
Just
It actually might find its way on the Plex.
mate, it's
Bit
Weird.
like Trick or Treat.
yeah, Trick or Treat's good. Yeah, no, that's what we thought. It sounded really good, right? And we're like, this is just
Yeah.
rubbish. Yeah,
There you
mate,
go.
we jumped it, but that's just if you think about the Valhalla at Glebe, that's sort of, like it's like inner city, new towny sort of.
Yeah,
Yep, let's
yeah.
go and watch Liquid
Bit of a
Sky.
bit of a dendy kind of
Yeah, exactly.
theatre down there.
But even on another level.
1982 is a pretty stacked year for good movies.
It is. It's a good
but
year.
there was
Yeah.
some bad ones too, eh?
Yeah.
Swamp Thing,
Yeah, there's some
Swamp
shit
Man or
movies.
whatever it
There's
was.
some shit
I
movies.
played the shorts to that to myself the other night. I thought I'm going to look at some real shit ones from 1982, and that Swamp one was so bad, so
Awesome.
bad.
Okay, well done, gentlemen. Good hit, sleeper dud there. We've got Born to Watch OnlyFans. We've had a couple people reach out.
Oh, geez, Morgs would be.
We even got a
Keen to hear
voicemail this week, but we're going to save that for next week because it might give something away this week.
Right.
We're going to save that to next week. But we had we've got a little podcast. Well, not a little podcast. We've got another podcast which is showing a little bit of fandom for us. The MAM podcast, the Middle Aged Men Reviews podcast.
Yeah, I actually had a.
Yeah, and there's
look at
Matt.
them.
There's Matt, and there's I was actually on a podcast with Matt about 3 months ago, and I didn't realize that they started to listen, but they've started to say some stuff. So he left a message saying, "Just finished listening to the episode of Aliens. I love the passion behind the love for this film. This movie is a great film with a realistic, strong female leader." So he loves us, and we got another a couple other little notes there as well with people saying that they loved it. Chris Greeny, he's all over us again. Have been waiting for this episode since I started following your pod. Cannot wait. In the pipe, 5x5.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. So
On you, Chris.
thank you, Chris, and the MAM podcast. Keep listening.
Yeah, I had to listen to that because I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah.
They did The Shining.
Yeah, they're doing. Well, they're going through the 1001 movies you must watch before you die.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really good little concept they've got there. So it's the
But they started with calling it The Shinning.
the shinning.
So it was a nice Simpsons.
Love it.
Which is kind of what we sort of thought too.
Love it. And as Will sits on the couch here drinking a Gage Roads single fin, it must be time for the Gage Roads good, the bad, and the ugly.
Wow.
How's your beer, mate? Is it good?
Mate, it's delicious.
Yeah. You're on your
Really-
second one.
Yep.
And you really are enjoying it.
Yeah, I am.
Like,
I'm enjoying it.
yes.
I'm not above it, an ale.
Yeah.
You're not.
No.
No. Whether it be a Pacific or a summer.
But looking
Or a
at
pale.
you, looking at you, think you're just sort of the Dom Perignon type. That's what I would have thought. But
Oh,
you're not.
Don Perignon.
It's on Peri- That's like Lou Ferrigno's.
Lou Ferrignon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only the finest.
Hulk soda.
I'm more a Bill Bixby.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Bill Bixby. Yeah, so enjoying your beer. Thank you, Gage Roads.
Thanks,
if
Gage
you
Roads.
want to drink some piss, get into your Gage
Thanks-
Roads
thanks, Morgs.
beers. The good, we're going to start with our guest tonight. What do you got
Alright.
for good, mate?
What
You're going
do
to go
I
to the
have?
Black Book, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to pull out my little
Oh, I
sneaky
love
black
seeing this
book.
black book.
Like
I've
the
taken notes.
Penmanship
boys.
again is on point.
Yeah,
good penmanship. You've got a lot of notes, too.
I do.
More
I've got a
notes
few
than
notes.
before.
I got excited about this one.
Is this a new black book?
I think it's a
No,
new Black
it's,
Book.
You
it's
just ripped the pages out
just
the other
pages are falling out. It's an old black book.
one. Oh, okay.
What have I got for good? You know what? I don't,
Nothing.
believe it or not, I don't actually have that many goods
That's okay.
for
That's
this
fine.
movie. So, I do like, what I will say is I do like Apollo Creed's character in this movie.
100%.
I'm going to go out early. He's star of the show for me. He is
Yep.
unbelievable in this
Yep.
movie.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he did a really good job, and it was the required person to just bring a little bit of levity back to this otherwise absolute jerk off fest, which was this movie about just everything getting on steroids and like
Yeah.
going bigger and going.
He's the moral
grander.
center. He's the moral
Yeah.
center of this film.
Yeah,
He's the one bringing it always back to center, I think.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
great. So good.
yeah. So that's my good.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah,
Damo.
but I think everyone that realized that Apollo was going to train Rocky too was like, oh, that's brilliant. Like, it was clever. It was written well. I
Yeah.
thought it was a really good idea. And it warmed everyone's heart to see Apollo. Like, yeah, okay. Because
Yeah.
everyone hated Clubber Lang. It's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, no, it's Apollo and Sly. They're going to team up. Like, it's great.
Apollo Creed's got the greatest character arc out of the whole
yeah.
4 movies that he's involved in. Like his character arc is far greater than Rocky's.
Yeah.
Rocky just gets more money.
Yeah.
He doesn't really grow.
No. Oh no, he goes. Well, it's going to be in my bad. I'll talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
But Clubber Lang himself, like Clubber Lang and Apollo Creed are the best in this.
Yeah.
I love them both. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Clubber Lang is a real Mike Tyson premonition, though, like
Yes.
fighting style,
Just a
just
little
aggressive,
little
devastating.
nugget animal, eh?
Yeah.
Just yeah.
But that was the key thing that I thought was really good was that Clubber is basically a fighter like Rocky, but he's more devastating, right? So Rocky had to become a fighter like Apollo to beat him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so it was kind of weird. It was like rock, paper, scissors. Well, Rocky can beat Apollo and Clubber can beat Rocky. So Rocky then had to become like Apollo so he could beat Clubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a really cool way to change Rocky from being what he was to being more like Apollo to actually win that fight.
Yeah.
That was super
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. I've got a few things. Obviously, Eye of the Tiger.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, God,
Not-
Yeah, good
yeah.
call.
Can't go
Good
without
call.
saying
I
it.
forgot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
We talked a lot in the last movie, Rocky 2, about the recap start. Obviously done again here. It's brilliant. It just sucks you straight back in.
Mm.
But then we slide from the recap start into a montage, and a word is not spoken for 7 minutes. 6 minutes and 47 seconds is when Clubber speaks.
Okay, but
And-
it was a good montage.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it is a good montage. You know what I love about the montage? I love the newspaper headings as exposition.
Oh yeah,
I think that is so fucking good. It's just you can know what's going on because of what the headings are on the newspaper,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
and then the Muppet Show appearance.
Oh
and-
mate, you just don't. Everything's you can be
Yeah.
explained
Yeah,
the last 18 months of Rocky's life.
Yeah.
it's really-
Everything's taken a real crazy turn,
Yeah.
hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Rocky pinball machine
Yeah.
is amazing, and that was made for this movie.
then destroyed for
Yeah.
this movie.
Yep, and it was actually released as a pinball machine. I've already mentioned the look on Rocky's face when he first gets hit by Thunderlips. It's amazing. He's like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Clubber in the first fight, he's just complete disrespect for Apollo.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So good.
yeah. When
It is-
Apollo walks on
yeah.
stage, just to shake his hand,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
and Clubber wants nothing to do with anyone. Like he's such a scumbag.
that's why the whole villain thing, as the work experience kid said, he's that real cartoony villain.
Yeah.
He was just bad to everyone.
he was bad to the bone.
Yeah.
I mentioned the Rocky and Apollo at Mickey's, and it's all Apollo. Like he's the one that's Rocky's obviously down and out, and Apollo is the one that's emoting the shit out of it.
Mm.
He's the one he's feeling for Rocky. He knows he can help him. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's so good. The last 40 minutes of the movie is epic. Once they move to LA and they go to the ghetto, they start to train, even though Rocky's just an absolute pain in the ass until Adrian whips him into line, which is 2 pits. There is no tomorrow. I love that. And then into Adrian's speech at the beach.
Yeah.
And she's been the one that's his go switch.
I see this exact word I was going to say. The switch.
Yeah, so she's the
Yeah.
go switch for him. Like
Yeah.
he needed it in Rocky 2, I want you to do one thing for me, win. And this one is, oh, so you're afraid. We're all afraid. What are we going to lose? And so she's the one that is as scared as she is for him. She's the one that she's the final nail in the coffin fight.
And
Yeah.
she also hits the switch for Rocky and she presses play for going the distance music.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Let's start the Rocky.
Let's start the training montage.
Yeah, and that's
right?
it. The Rocky theme starts.
yep.
And that's where you just get pumped.
And then that's what I said. Shit's about to get real when you hear "Gonna Fly" properly for the first time.
Yeah.
Because up until
That's
then,
right.
it was the orchestra at the shithouse training.
Yeah, or just
Right? That shit up.
that was funny.
Play something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, that was pretty
What
funny.
movie was it? It was Rebel Moon
Yeah,
2, where he's got his
Rebel
own
Moon 2.
soundtrack. That's what Rocky
And
was.
Blazing Saddles.
Ridiculous.
It's so funny. And I've got the clubber interviews just
Yeah.
to the camera. Got any
Yeah.
prediction for this fight? And, I pity the fool,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
No, I don't hit the man,
Yeah.
but I pity the fool.
And then obviously the fight, the clubber fight is the only fight out of all of them that you see the whole fight because it's only 2 rounds, and it is
Three rounds.
3
yeah.
rounds, and it is fast and furious.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's not getting mad; he's getting angry.
Weird
He's not getting murdered; he's getting angry. Yeah, there was the rope-a-dope, right?
Yeah.
It was the rip-off
the
rope-a-dope.
world's hardest hit.
Yeah.
And he showed it.
That's it. That's it.
Man.
Look, there's plenty of other good, but I think that's enough. Will, I'm anticipating some bad here from you.
Yeah, there's a couple of bads. Okay, first and foremost, I think it just needs to be said, and everyone's already thinking it when they're watching the movie, is Rocky's defense as a boxer is bad.
It's
No,
improved.
well,
It's
it could
improved.
almost be ugly, but it is
Yeah.
bad defense. I don't get it.
He defends
Why-
with his face, mate.
It's
He has for 2
ridiculous.
movies.
He goes in, they go in like a slugfest, rock 'em, sock 'em robots.
Yeah.
And then just, there's no regard for their own heads
No,
whatsoever. And I get in the 3rd round
You ain't so
against
bad.
Clubber, that he kind of drags him in and then he does a couple of duck and weaves, but
Yes.
too little, too late, mate.
Mm,
You've already got CTE.
100%.
yeah. Well,
It's just lying dormant.
mate, he's a movie away from CTE.
It should be called CTE 1, CTE 2,
Mm.
3, 4, and the rest of the the
Then he's
series.
dead.
Eventually
Then
becomes
he's
Luke
dead.
Keary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. My other bad, and it's the training montage with Apollo Creed when they start caressing each other in the surf
Oh,
and
that's in Wyoming.
laughing into the sky and doing twirls together.
Yeah.
It was like what it did do, a positive it did do was bring some major awareness to the homosexual community of East and West America, and
It
bring
brought them together.
and interracial homoerotic
what-
relationships.
do you think-
and the work it did
Yeah.
for the awareness in that area up till that point,
Just sitting there, both wearing crop tops.
it
and
was
headbands.
ridiculous.
Do you think that in 1986, when we got said it was the right time, not the way, the volleyball scene in Top Gun, do you think this owes a lot
yeah.
to
Oh,
Rocky and Apollo
100%.
hugging at the beach?
Yeah.
100%, dude. There was some funding going in. Some of the major string pullers in the industry were like, we need to get a little bit
Well,
more.
Yeah, a bit of ebony and ivory.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad because on face value, it's just like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
if you saw that at the beach, weird, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, good, good for, real life, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Paulie. The character
Ah,
Paulie,
yeah.
it fits me.
Yeah, oh, totally.
So I just feel like we're going to elaborate on that later.
We're going to elaborate
no,
on that.
talk
I'm
about
going
him.
to talk about him in
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah, okay, good. Because I was going to go to ugly on that one. I just,
Paulie's one of the great cocks, and he takes to another level
Yeah.
this movie.
it does bring to mind though a good. I'm just going to drag it back to good for a second, and
Please.
it was funny. It was so funny. End of first round in the final fight against Clubber Lang. Big old Rocky takes a swig of water and goes to spit it in the
It spits-
bucket and
it's all
spits
over
it
Paul.
all over Paulie. And the look of shock on Paulie's face was hilarious. It's just this-
Whenever shit happens to Paulie, it's amazing.
it was this fly by night moment. It was like so funny though. If you caught it, it was
Yeah.
brilliant,
yes.
and that was good.
Paulie
Yeah.
sucks.
It was like a bit of comedy in the middle
Absolutely.
of this
Actually, you
intensity.
know what? There was a fair bit of comedy. in
There
it.
was a fair bit
Yeah.
of
Like
comedy.
Mickey popping the bubble that was blowing close
Yes,
to him.
yeah,
like
it
what
was
he
a
said.
bit kitschy
There was
comedy.
some funny bits in
Yes.
Yes.
this movie.
Yes,
Yeah, there
that
was.
was good. Yeah.
There was. You can go into your bad.
My bad's probably similar to your bad, maybe with the Rocky arc.
Yep.
So Rocky 1, that's why I love Rocky 1, and he was so believable. Rocky 2, I could see that in real life he'd had fame and then he was acting like Rocky. But Rocky 2, he was as dumb as dog shit.
Yep.
And he even said in it when he was doing his ads, I'm not punchy. I just talk like this.
Yep.
Like that's the way you talk. Well, how come he's turned into freaking, Ray Tango from
Yeah.
Tango and Cash in Rocky 3? Did he go to elocution lessons? Like he has now become completely transformed, Trading Places style.
Right, and that's another level in Rocky 4. Rocky 4, he's like,
But once again, think about his real life too. He's even become an even bigger star.
For sure.
And he's done so much more weights, and he transformed his body and his everything.
The irony in, if you look at the Rocky and the Sly Stallone arc, is that he has he doesn't play a dumb character again, really. Right? He
No.
does Judge Dredd.
Yep.
Right? But it's not until he does Copland where he becomes Rocky again is he recognized for the skill that he has.
Yeah.
So I think, I found it this time because I was watching it a different way. It really took me out of it how different he is in this movie.
Yeah.
From his brain cells perspective.
Could I raise a point? And this might be a touch too philosophical for this podcast.
No such thing.
Marcus Aurelius, you've already mentioned him.
Could this movie, on a bit of a sort of micro meta scale, be so the first two movies is Rocky from his perspective, how he views himself, how his journey through this, his story, right? He's clambering to the top to achieve what he wants. And then Rocky 3 is when the perspective shifts from not from himself, but the audience. And the audience
So how they're viewing him.
and so the audience sees his riches and they assume his eloquence and his status.
It is interesting that you
Possibly.
make that point because I was doing some research and it said that in all the movies, in each movie, he has put some of his own story into that movie.
Autobiographical.
And Damo made the really good point as well, where it's like, well, it has mirrored his
real life.
His real life. They are mirrored in the movie.
Yes.
By 84, when he does Rocky 4, he is the biggest star on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's all bells and
yeah.
whistles and flashes, right? He's the biggest star on the planet.
Yeah.
By the time he's done Rocky 4. Each movie does that. And it's funny that you go to Rocky 5 and he's sort of past it.
Yeah.
It's 91. He's sort of past it. It's 90. I think it's 90, Rocky 5. And then you don't get it until you get Rocky Balboa when he's got to start again.
Yeah.
Because that's where his career is. He was nowhere until he did Rocky Balboa and the fourth Rambo.
Yeah.
That kickstarted his career again.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only reason we got 4 fucking Expendables.
Yep.
So it's interesting that you say that because I do think that maybe there is a perspective shift.
It is.
But it's also he's mirroring his own life.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dressed smart. He must be,
Yeah, it was almost like
Floyd Money.
and he's being celebrated everywhere he goes. But then you have these moments where Rocky himself sees himself as he's almost a bit angry at himself all the time. Because what he's allowing is all the public into his training and everything else. But when it gets to those introspective moments after that loss to Clubber Lang, he's livid.
Yeah.
He's just so livid with himself. And so it's almost like this fight between the public persona and the public's perspective of him. And so he just appears a little bit more eloquent, a little bit more successful, a little bit more sharper, than what he in reality is.
I can play that.
Yeah.
But I'll continue to the thing that made me laugh when Paulie was actually in the corner, like the first fight with Clubber Lang, he did yell out defense. He yelled it out.
Yeah.
And I laughed my head off. I was like, what? He hasn't defended once in any Rocky. But the thing that they did add in this movie though, because they did have some the swoosh of the missed punch sound. That was added to this.
Yeah.
Like, because there was a lot of misses. So instead of defense, he could dodge. So that was a new sound effect. So you got punch, 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 then
whoosh.
The whoosh. The miss. But Paulie, yeah, 100% a massive dick. I did like when he cracked the chair across Thunderlips'
Yeah, that was
back,
funny.
Yeah.
threw him out. But Rocky said to Paulie, "Take my gloves off." Paulie pulls out a flick knife. What
Yes.
the hell's he packing that shit for?
Paulie sucks, mate.
It's just
He's a
like,
scumbag, eh?
Paulie sucks.
yeah, I know. And the other thing too, yeah, the crop tops and headbands.
They're not good look.
Fair dinkum.
It's not a good look. Yellow.
I'm
Why
saying-
did yellow become his colour?
I'm going down the beach with my socks pulled up with my knees, little shorty shorts,
Got
crop
my look,
top,
yeah.
headband.
Yellow, it's not the colour.
Oh.
Don't get it.
It's
Okay. I've got rich person's home decor tastes.
Okay.
oh yeah.
His house is a travesty.
It was a mansion.
It was a mansion, but it looks like it's like Marie Antoinette's mansion
Yes.
in 1982.
I did a couple of jobs at the Candyman's mansion.
Oh, did you?
Right,
yeah, yeah.
Have you
Got
to
to
any, Bainan?
I got to
um,
walk the halls.
Yep.
And honestly,
Cum stains all over the place?
yeah, like the same. Like I walked through the joint just thinking, this man has no taste.
Well, is it okay? So, and I'm going to touch on this. Let's save that. Let's save that point there because I'm going to talk about in Film School for F-Wits about rich people in movies with bad taste.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
Right. And we'll talk about real life
Mm.
experiences because we're only about 8 minutes from the Talabudgera mansion that sold $58 million, which is a shithole.
Yeah.
Right. Because of how it's been designed internally. It looks fucking horrific.
Yeah.
You know, gold,
Mm.
filigree, banisters and all this kind of
It's
stuff. Like,
just
my
gaudy.
God. It
Yeah.
is. It's gaudy.
yeah.
I mentioned about the start of the movie, how the recap is amazing. The movie goes for 98 minutes, and the first 7 minutes is a recap and a montage. So the movie goes for 91 minutes.
Yep.
And let's take out about 5 minutes for credits. So the movie actually goes for 85 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you take that out,
It's a quick watch.
it's a quick watch.
You could write like the plot to the movie in like 3 small paragraphs.
Yeah. Well, when we get
Oh,
to
yes.
when we get to 5-minute movie in, I don't know if Damo's going to have that. In,
Yeah. Well, I do have it. I
yeah.
have it written down, but I found it hard to.
it was
actually-
hard in this one. I don't know,
think we got- yeah.
but it could be 5-minute plot.
Yes.
Right. Rocky's dress sense. He looks good when he's formal, which he wears far too many ties in this movie.
Yeah.
When he goes to pick Paulie up from the jail, he looks
Yeah.
pretty swish,
Man.
apart from his bone gloves. But his casual wear of complete and only crochet jumpers is one step too far for me.
I suppose it mirrors his.
He's going to get a
training
chill.
gear
He's
too
going to get a
much.
chill.
His crop tops and these.
No,
Yeah.
you don't know the powers of Kashmir, mate.
Yeah.
Right. He's got a rash. We spoke about this before we went on air, but the bedroom serenade where Adrian cannot sing. Do 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 do. She
No.
goes through
Oh, dude.
a
No.
doody doody.
No,
No,
no.
bitch.
Oh, you do. Yeah.
It's-
Do, do, do,
No, and, no, but
do.
he's like it's do 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 a dee do do dee. And it's like no, Adrian, listen to me.
There's a dog.
Do 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 a do da dee do.
Dog. You got dog. Do, do,
And
do,
she got
do.
brain damage. Like did you get punch drunk? Like she's obviously gagging for it and can't hear anything.
Do you reckon when did the police bring out do 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 da da da?
Oh,
Could have been similar.
It would have been similar
They
time,
might
I
have
would
got
think.
some inspiration
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, a do 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 do. Well, you know, it's Take Me Back. It's the Take Me Back song from the first. It's from Frankie Stallone.
Frank Stallone.
Yeah. Okay. I've mentioned it. There's no way the exhibition happens at all. There is no way the world heavyweight champion is
No.
fighting Thunderlips. And not only that, there is no way that Thunderlips does what he does to the world champion
I
of
know.
boxing.
Yeah.
You don't break his back. You don't suplex him. You don't throw him into the crowd.
You
It's not-
also don't punch policemen
No,
in the crowd.
nothing
I know,
happens.
yeah.
That is out of what becomes over exaggerated in the next couple of movies is the most unbelievable part, almost of movie history in the 80s. Just that bit,
Yeah.
fighting Thunderlips.
Bit of confusion there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hulk's hair, awful.
Yes.
We
It is so bad.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Gauss. Mickey Mickey in general in this movie, he annoyed me. And let me just set this up. Now it's sad that he dies, and it is emotional. Setting up the fights. So he sets up 18 months worth of fights. Now, one, how does Rocky not know that the fights are set up? Because surely the media are going, when's Rocky going to fight a proper contender, right? He has a heart attack at the wrestling match.
Yes.
Mickey.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't go to the doctor. Right? Don't go to the doctor. He knows Rocky's not ready. And I know Rocky wants to fight him. But you just had a heart attack. There's a good out. Rocky, I'm dying. I'm sorry, mate. You can't fight. Oh, okay. We'll put it off. Then, when he has the heart attack at the clubber fight, the first one, he says to him, go out there and beat him.
Yeah.
No, Rock, I'm dying. The fight should be cancelled.
Yeah.
And not only that, there is no way in a world heavyweight championship boxing fight that the two boxers are going to meet in the fucking stairwell backstage.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
right.
There is no way.
It was Glenn Stewart and Adam Blair.
It was.
Yeah.
It was exactly that. And, mate, all my bads are to do with Mickey dying. Where the fuck are the doctors?
Oh,
There's got to be 50
Yeah,
doctors.
Just going in the change room there, mate. That's in my.
And so but not only that, he's still there when Rocky comes
know.
back.
Yeah, he's
Is he
lying
in
there.
is he in an ambulance?
No, he's lying there in state. Like,
And they go, we've got to get into a hospital.
I
Yeah,
know.
fucking 20 minutes ago, mate.
Yeah, I know. Could have saved his life.
Oh,
You just lie there on the change.
not only that, I've got it in bad, and we're going to talk about it in question time, which has been moved for this episode till after Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Apollo Creed quits on the beach run. It is so obvious that he quits to let Rocky run past him. Carl Weathers pulls up. There is no way the Italian
No.
stallion
nah.
is outrunning Black
Look,
Beauty.
look,
It is not happening.
You're talking about thousands and millions of years of evolution.
Of evolution.
Here.
No,
Us Twitch versus Italian
the
grunt.
Olympics. The Olympics have told us no white man has ever beaten a black man in a sprint, ever.
But no. Let's just go back. I'm pulling out the googs for a sec. Because who won the 100-meter sprint in the last Olympics?
The Greek guy.
The
Was
Greek. Oh,
Greek?
the Greek.
Italian, no, the Italian bloke.
He was an Italian.
Right. Okay. Well, he's the only guy. Is he the Italian stallion?
He
I don't think
has to
so.
be.
No, yeah, that's Rocky's running technique, and you probably could put it in. The amount of head movement and upper body
Oh,
movement
unreal.
was horrible
Yeah.
as a sprinter. Whereas Carl Weathers, do you remember Ricky
mate.
Walford who played for the Dragons? Really
Upright.
still upper body,
Mate.
really efficient arm work.
Poetry.
Michael
poetry.
Johnson.
Like,
Michael
yeah.
Johnson.
He a bit like Michael Johnson, but to me, I thought he was a dead set exactly like Ricky Walford.
Yeah.
Exact same running technique.
How powerful's Carl Weathers?
Yeah,
How
I know.
fit is he?
Yeah.
He was so smooth next
Yeah.
to this guy whose head was moving
Yeah,
around.
You know Carl Weathers is run a couple of hundreds.
He's an
before.
athlete.
He looked good. He had good leg
Athlete.
lift and
He had good
technique.
leg speed.
All right. Ugly. Wilbur, anything for ugly?
Ugly was Paulie just being a whiny little bitch the whole movie.
Oh.
I just
Doesn't
it just
stop,
killed
does
me.
he?
Hey.
Like,
Paulie's the worst.
He's so rude. Like when he
He's-
got to the gym
Yeah.
in LA, it's like I
He's
don't like these
racist.
people.
He's
Yeah.
racist.
Well, I
He's
don't think he
just-
was saying it was because they were black. He just didn't like them. He just didn't like.
Because he's racist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, I just
Are
thought
we all in
good.
agreement that Paulie is the
Oh.
ugliest part of this movie?
Yeah.
He's definitely up. there.
It's a
I've
photo
got
finish
other
with
ugliest, but
him and
yeah.
the feathered earrings.
I reckon they look cool.
Yeah,
I'm
the
surprised you
feathered
haven't got
earrings.
one.
In
They
my,
were
in my
badass,
Prince Albert,
man.
I've got a big feather hanging off it.
That was so good.
Big
Um,
feather.
Did Hulk was Hulk Hogan running like as Thunderlips? Was he running the Mo in this movie?
Yeah,
was
of
it
course.
bare lip?
No, it was a big handlebar
It was okay. Yeah, right.
before he polished it black.
Yeah,
That's
true.
when he went bad. No, I think but for my ugly was definitely the frolicking in the way. Oh,
Yes.
like that was ridiculous. No, but one other thing, Rocky, 202 pounds, which is 91 kilos. He looked too small.
He's not big, but he's never been big enough to be a heavyweight.
Well, 90 kilos is a heavyweight mark, which is light. I'm thinking far out. That's not. I always thought it must have been you got to be 100, 110, something like that. 90 kilos, you're heavyweight. So you could be 90 kilos fighting a guy that's 130 kilos.
Yeah.
But he's 91.
Yeah,
It
he's
is-
right on there.
It is one of my favourite quotes, though.
Oh yeah.
How much do you think he eats? About 202 pounds. Weigh in at 202 pounds.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the look on his
The look
face?
on his face, he's like, fuck you, Mickey.
Because when Sylvester Stallone's body's gotten smaller but more defined,
Yes.
but his head has stayed the same size.
Big head.
Big
bobblehead.
old head,
Oh, he's
man.
got a 1.2 in the head
Well,
scale.
that's why he uses it as his line of defense.
Yeah.
world's hardest head.
Yeah. Okay, my ugly, Mickey's bedroom. I take massive umbrage with the internal decorating of
You-
Rocky's mansion.
You become a real. You should be on like changing rooms or something.
Yep.
He's a feng shui.
Selling houses in
He's
Australia.
closet feng
Yeah.
shui
The property brothers.
appreciator.
The property brothers. Mickey's bedroom is heinous. The curtains don't match the drapes. It looks like it is Al Capone's
Listen,
bedroom.
listen. Curtains and drapes are the same thing.
I know that.
Okay,
know that.
go on.
I know they are. I know that. The curtains don't match the drapes. My other ugly, and we've said poorly, but my other ugly is the open training session.
Yeah.
It is one of the dumbest scenes in the history.
It
of,
was money making. They had selling
Wasn't
pins
they?
and,
was, he's
and
got
gloves.
how much money does he need?
Bloody
That's-
Expo 88
but it was,
down there, wasn't it?
People, and I was thinking, there's not this much. What is it called? Paraphernalia.
Merchandise.
Bullshit.
Merchandise with boxing.
You
Like,
made
they
it
were
for fight.
trying on a headgear and laughing and
Push it. Everything that.
and Stallone singing in the corner. And the band was there.
Yeah, the live band's still doing the Rocky thing.
Well, he had so much cash in his hand from selling hats and pins.
Do you think it was organised by Paulie, the open training session? But that's where he was training.
Yeah.
Because let's get out of here and go and train. Nah, we've booked it. We're here.
Yeah. Bubbles.
They're in a hotel.
It was like.
Do you know the other thing that was super noticeable? And we talked about it, about when Rocky went back to Mickey's gym to work, the lack of respect he got. The lack of, or the ultimate respect that Creed got when he went back to his gym.
Yeah.
And Rocky got the same, was afforded the same respect,
Yeah.
right? Just shows how big as scumbags are in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when he went back to the gym,
He went back to the gym, they just didn't want to know. They banged him.
Yeah,
They were spitting at him and
Yeah.
come clean the
Sweep
bucket.
the floor. Yeah,
Like, fuckers.
yeah. But that gym was packed. Did they
Oh,
walk in
yeah.
at peak hour, or was that like?
Boy,
It
if
was
you were
literally 50.
Adrian walking into that
Well,
gym,
you know, that's frightening.
yeah.
It was
frightening.
shockers, mate. I've never seen a gym that packed.
Bloody
everyone
heaps,
going to work.
heaps of tigers' eyes
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
joint, eh?
that's right.
Every one of them had
It
the
was
eyes.
eye of vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eye and vagina.
Yeah, they were like, wasn't Eye of the Tiger.
Maybe she was into it.
Oh, she would have been.
Yeah.
Still waters run deep.
Bukaki. Jim Bukaki. All right, well done, gentlemen. Good, the bad, the ugly. Sponsored by Gage Roads.
Yeah,
It's
Gage
done.
Roads.
Now, little programming change here. Question time, which generally becomes before Good, the bad, the ugly.
Haven't we done that?
No, we didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now, do we really believe that Rocky's going to beat Thunderlips? Do we really believe he can pick him up?
He well, yeah, I know he couldn't really.
Have
but-
you done any research about that?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have.
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't actually pick him up.
No,
Hulk Hogan jumps in his arms.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
he can't deadlift
Assist-
him.
No, he couldn't
it's
deadlift
assisted.
him.
It's assisted.
Yeah, it's definitely assisted.
There's also in real life, because they tout Thunderlips as being 7'1", and
He's
Rocky's
not,
supposed to be
yeah.
6'6",
Yes.
but they've
But,
just scaled it up because Rocky's actually 5'11", and Hulk Hogan 6'6" or something like that.
Yeah, he.
So they've just, like-
Oh, right.
Because
Yeah.
Rocky, even in the gym at Apollo's gym, was taller than all the other guys there.
He's
Yeah, he's
wearing
supposed to be
lifts.
6'6"
He's
in the
wearing
movie.
Tom Cruise's
it's
lifts.
like
Yeah.
yeah, there's no. This is
He's wearing
crazy.
Tom Cruise's lifts.
You know, Michael Jordan's 6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Go.
that too.
The goat.
Yeah.
Does Paulie get out of the ghetto alive?
Nah,
No,
mate.
I reckon they're using his flick knife and they're stabbing him to death. In the back.
Yeah,
he was such a racist, eh?
He was a
he's just
dead set
dick.
racist.
Yeah, no, he's not racist. He doesn't like anyone.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't matter.
that's a very glass half full.
He hates everyone.
He hates everyone equally.
Yes,
Okay.
he's not a nice guy.
He's a whinger. That's the most annoying
Oh,
part of him.
complains about everything.
Do we think Sly is swim acting or is he naturally that bad?
Oh, well, this is in my sporting prowess. His butterfly
Oh,
was
everything.
That was
his He was vertical in the water. He wasn't horizontal. And they're going, oh, look at the butterfly.
But his jump, the pool was only 3 feet
It
deep.
was the worst
Must have been.
butterfly I've ever. It's like, this is because he went up, he came in, did another. Twice we got to see his butterfly
Yeah,
technique, and he was vertical. I was like, this is your shit house.
Agreed. Shit.
Unreal, eh?
Okay. Is Rocky the most mentally weak boxer of all time?
I was gonna ask. Well, I thought you were about to say, "Is Rocky the most mentally weak butterfly of all time?"
Yes.
And I was going to counter that with Stephanie Rice because she is batshit crazy.
she
that
is
girl.
crazy.
She still won a few golds.
She's
She
crazy.
did, but she's
Do you know what though? Beautiful,
good sort.
absolutely beautiful
Oh,
sort. But
yeah.
you can tell she's crazy. Can't keep
Yeah.
a man.
yeah,
Can't keep a bloke.
yeah. Anyway, sorry, just a little
So
detour there.
no, she's
She's the
he-
craziest butterfly.
she's the but. Yeah, he's.
But-
Well,
do
she
we
was
think?
also a medley. She did it all, didn't she?
Yeah, she
Stephanie
did.
Rice?
Yeah.
Do we think he's the most mentally weak boxer? Now he can't. Obviously, his wife is in Rocky 2. He's got his wife and he goes to water.
Yeah.
In Rocky 3, Mickey dies. He goes to water. He's gone to water before that. Really. Is he mentally strong, Rocky?
What am I supposed to do? What do you mean? What are you supposed
It's boxing is a solo sport,
Yes.
right? You can't have someone else be the motivator for you.
Yeah, he needs someone.
He
else.
needs in every movie, except for the first one.
Yeah.
He does it on his own.
No, but he's still fighting for love in that too. He's just, you know.
I
he's-
would do anything
for
for love.
Yeah, no, he
I think he's
doesn't-
mentally
he
weak.
doesn't self-motivate.
No, he doesn't.
But didn't Mike Tyson go to pieces when Customarco?
When he
Oh,
got
sorry.
Tomato, yeah.
yeah.
Well, he
Sorry,
did.
Tomato.
He held him
Sorry.
in line though. He went
Yeah.
to. He just become addicted to everything once Cuss
Yeah,
went.
That's
Like,
right.
didn't he live with Cuss? I think
Yeah.
so. Once Cuss went,
Kinda
it was like
Cuss was his North Star.
yes.
And so I feel like maybe Mickey was like
Rocky's
he,
North
yeah,
Star?
he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. He had
What
even
was
had him
waiting
living.
for?
Yeah.
Ding. All right, yeah, okay, that's it for question time. Damo's quick fire. What do you got, mate?
Okay, thank you. So that's not a knife. A scene or a scene that has passed over into popular culture. Work experience, kid. Do you see anything?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
got?
I mean, I don't want to be the guy that takes the most obvious one
Go for
here.
it.
But the Mr. T, well, not Mr. T yet, but the Clubber Lang, I don't demand. I pity the fool.
I pity the fool is
It's
massive.
Like
definitely-
it just that has
Yes,
transpired
pity the fool
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
everywhere. I pity the fool.
Well, if you say I pity the fool, Clubber Lang, Mr. T, you just know.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Eye of the
Uh,
Tiger, of course.
Yeah, Eye of
Yep.
the Tiger is the
Yep.
other one.
Yep.
And also, I mean, what everyone's favorite scene, like jumping around with your mate in the surf.
Frolicking in the surf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surf frolicking.
Everyone,
Yeah,
surf frolic.
everyone does it these days, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it.
Sprinting
so-
with no undies on.
yeah,
Yes.
No, I mean,
Matt
crop top.
Shermington.
Yeah,
Sure.
Servo.
Yeah.
Bit of
I
Servo.
think we'll see it soon. Like a lot of crop tops, headbands,
Coming back.
frolicking,
Coming
coming
back.
out waves. Yeah.
Everything's old new again.
Now there's some very good ones there. The Burt Young Award for the biggest.
Well, it's Burt,
douchebag.
it's Burt Young. You
Yeah.
could say Clubber, but
No.
Clubber's the villain.
Burt
Burt,
Young
Young's
is
a dick.
just
Yeah.
a
Paulie's a dick.
dick.
Yeah.
Now the 5-minute movie, I don't know if
I don't think
works.
this works for this,
No,
Dan. so
because
we're going to
you
move
can't-
on.
You can't do it.
No, move on.
Now I might even change this to the Sylvester Stallone butterfly
Tell you what,
for poor sporting prowess.
it's going to take something special to knock off Olivia Newton-John's
Cartwheel.
cartwheel, but this could do it.
You know, here's a tip. I tried to find just a clip online on YouTube of Olivia Newton-John doing a cartwheel.
Yeah.
I can't find it. That's
Oh.
up to you, man.
I'm going to
You
do
have
it.
to get the
I'm going to do it.
yeah,
Worst,
so-
Cut it
worst-
together.
I
I
will.
want to watch Olivia Newton-John
I'll
cartwheel,
do it.
and you also need to also do the Ripley running.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good point. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
do
just-
that.
Yeah,
And stick it with the
Because they're
butterfly.
What I'm
reference
going
points.
to do is I think we should have something that can relate
Oh.
to all of these things.
We need a Kim Mills from Taken
Yeah.
running,
Yeah.
and
But you also need to see like Philip Stuckey,
yes,
Oh.
Paulie, like
Yeah.
a supercut.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good call.
yeah. No, Burt Young.
More than just a work experience kid now. He's bringing the heat.
Yeah. Well, the other thing probably could have been Rocky's head movement when he ran, and the
Nah, it's the
and
swimming.
mouth,
It's the swimming.
the
The Rocky mouth.
The Rocky,
Rocky
mouth, which is the sideways kind of. That's the Rocky mouth is popularly
CTE,
called.
Rocky
man.
mouth.
Brain damage is a real thing, and it shouldn't be
We
laughed
just
at.
created something. Rocky mouth. There we go.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's like he's got Bell's palsy.
It
I
is.
know,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Thingo from WWF.
Mate,
the cowboy hat.
He could have auditioned for the Goonies.
Cowboy hat.
He could have been in the Goonies.
Commentator.
Oh, yes. Yes. Jim?
Jim.
Oh,
Yes,
what's his
Jim.
name? It is Jim.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The cowboy hat.
Yeah. Well, okay. So with that, robot sentries.
Yeah, I've got to
Anything
say.
else?
Yeah, I wanted to see Paulie being bashed to death in the ghetto.
Eaten by rats.
That would have been no, sort of bashed into like submission and then eaten by rats.
I wanted to see a bit more development on the inner rage that Paulie had when he was drunk and throwing that Jägermeister bottle at the.
Yeah, because
He was the
He's
even the
angry man.
score went
Well,
to
he's a
like
jealous twat.
it went to this eerie minor key bloody like it was
Okay,
a psychological thriller kit.
He snapped.
He's
Rocky
yeah, you didn't get addressed again. He just became whiny after that.
Rocky should have
But
flogged him in the
Yeah.
car park.
a couple of slaps around.
Should've flogged him.
Just slapped him, you
There
know.
was the
Just
bartender who said,
Yeah.
give my regards
give my
to Rocky."
best.
Yeah, whatever.
And then a few other people say it.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
coming here 20 years, never give me your best.
Yeah.
You're a cockhead.
Yeah, you're not a world champ, mate.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Whitey's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Who? I'm.
You're a big Adrian guy.
No. Thunderlips'
Yeah.
entourage was
There was one in particular,
Yeah.
though.
the
There was
first
one-
girl that stood up in the ring.
But for me, it was the girl that looked like she had
They're all blonde.
had the most natural blonde hair.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the white
Yeah,
blonde.
yeah,
She had the
yeah.
most natural blonde. And she was on the very extreme right-hand side.
Yep.
As you're looking over the top of the corner. Yeah, she was my pick.
Yeah,
but
my-
Adrian scrubbed up all right in this movie.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, the
She-
purple dress.
Yeah.
I still find her a little annoying.
Do.
Yeah.
Hey,
Do a dear. Okay. Morgs alikes or lookalikes. Anyone apart from Hulk Hogan's Thunderlips' hair? Wispy.
Yeah, that's Gow's hair.
Yeah.
If we're talking about lookalikes, it's definitely Gow's hair.
What about Clubber Lang looks exactly like Ice Cube?
He does a bit.
I reckon they look like dead ringers. And I also think one of the interviewers looked like Lindsay Buckingham. from Fleetwood Mac.
yeah.
It's a
Curly.
deep cut, isn't it? Never gone back again.
I went and saw I saw the Dreams show like 2 weeks ago
Oh, was it good?
at RPAC, which is the theatre that's near out where we live. It was fantastic. Stevie
Yeah.
Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, best of. You know Stevie Nicks is coming to Australia this year?
Is
Really?
she?
Yep. Sarah May. I have to go.
She was
74 now.
50 out of 10 in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah.
70s. 70s was prime Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
And she got the big hair in the 80s.
Yeah.
She could do no wrong.
stand
in
back.
The 70s.
Well, she's a gypsy.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for Quickfire.
Okay, well done. Okay, listen to this. Wilbur, got anything?
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bloody Rocky Balboa / bloody Sly Stallone. I'm just trying to come up with his name for a sec there. I was blanking. Sly Stallone was a producer, or he was a director for this movie.
Yep.
And we mentioned it before, but he actually used a fair bit of handheld shots in it to to create a voyeuristic approach in camera.
Oh, he was holding the camera.
Well, I don't think he. Well,
Oh.
maybe.
no,
maybe.
okay, just someone else.
But just like it was, he wanted some of the camera shots to represent looking into his life as an invasion of his privacy, because his fame in real life, and we spoke about autobiographical stuff.
Yes.
His fame in real life started. He was emulating that into the movie, and he was trying to highlight that fact that he was losing
Oh.
parts of his private life
To the public.
to the public,
Yeah, nice.
and it was
message.
encroaching,
Oh.
and so he was using camera techniques to sort of display that.
Wow, Sly.
Yeah, very
What
sly.
did
right?
who did Gow call cerebral last week?
Yeah, he
It
did.
was, someone was cerebral.
Somebody's part. It was
Cerebral.
Bishop? John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
I mean, you could
He's
say
a
John
cerebral
Malkovich.
actor.
Yeah,
And I think now we're seeing Sly go a bit cerebral.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
was
like it.
trying to, as much as like
Yeah. He's going to get it. He doesn't talk like that in this one. He's normal.
Bit of Rocky
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
Bit
You
of
know,
Rocky
you got a
mouth.
real big mouth.
He's
Yeah.
he's got less Rocky mouth in this one,
Yeah.
unless he's doing physical activity.
Unless he's running.
Yeah.
Then he Rocky mouths it.
50 meters up the beach, full Rocky mouth, full head wobble.
That's it.
Yeah.
Damo.
Well, I want to talk. So, 82, this came out. 83 was WrestleMania 1.
Yes.
Mr. T and Hulk Hogan were the tag team in the main event against Rowdy Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
But so that's
So is it WrestleMania 2 is
where
Andre?
fought. It might have
Or
been
was it
2 or 3.
2 or 3? It's
Because
one of
Andre
those.
did fight in one of the undercards. But WrestleMania 1, Junkyard Dog, Brutus Beefcake, Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov won the tag team titles that WrestleMania 1. But it had all the OGs.
Yeah.
All the OGs. But Mr. T, based on the strength of Rocky 3, was the big draw card to get him in WrestleMania 1.
Yeah, because it wasn't massive until like WrestleMania 1 was big, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 or
It
3.
got bigger and bigger and bigger.
But it was the one was Hulk Hogan, Andre
And
the
Andre
Giant.
the
That was the
yeah.
one. After that, it was fill your boots. People
Yeah.
would, it was flying.
Yeah. Off to the races. Hey,
Absolutely.
we're going sizzler,
That's
as they
it.
say.
For the second week in a row, we've got an angry mum at a screening of this movie.
Oh.
Yes.
Mr. T's mum,
Yes.
not happy, and
the
actually
way-
said,
yes.
"You don't talk to a lady like that," and
Yes.
I
she
didn't raise
stormed
it
out
like
of the
that.
theater.
I didn't raise a man like that.
Yeah. You're
He
coming
said-
fun, real man.
He said, "Hey, woman,
Yeah, woman.
hey, woman,
He was going to come back to my apartment. I'll show you how to be a real man.
real man."
I did like that interaction on the stairs.
He's great.
I
How
thought
good-
it to
yeah.
come
Come
on up.
man.
Yeah.
I just thought Mr. T always like delivered his lines a little bit too it was almost
Oh.
like a double speed.
Hey,
Everything was
woman.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Hey, woman.
And anger, the tone
yeah.
is always at number 10.
What's with the camera crew in his dressing room? And he's like, I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
They gotta leave me alone.
And then smashes the camera in there.
So wild, eh?
It's just classic.
Not surprisingly, is that Carl Weathers, this is his favourite movie
Yes.
because this is the Apollo show.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got the best.
Yep.
The best role
He's the
by
best character in
far.
it. Yes, definitely.
He's a standout.
Yeah. Yeah, because he gets to show his humanitarian side.
Does.
But all through 1 and 2, like I said, he was never a bad guy. He was maybe a bit of a show off, a bit of a dick, but he was never a bad
No,
guy.
he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
So it was like, and then especially when Clubber Lang gave it to him.
Yeah.
Right at the
Yeah,
when
it's
we
awesome.
first met Apollo in this movie, you automatically went, oh shit, I'm on Team Apollo.
Yeah.
Just get him Stallion or whatever.
The statue.
Yep.
So the statue was a 9-foot statue which was erected out the front of Philadelphia
The
Museum of Arts.
Yeah.
So when they finished filming, Sly tried to donate the statue to the city. And the statue was like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks, mate. We don't want it. And the people, like the public, blew up.
Keep it.
So they moved it
Yeah.
to another location.
Isn't it at the foot of the stairs now? Or is it?
It is now,
Oh,
but it was moved to another location,
Oh,
and then
right.
it has since been moved to the foot of the stairs.
shit. It's done the tour.
Yeah, it has done the tour, the Philadelphia tour.
Philly.
But it's dead set a landmark. Why would they move that?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to go. Yeah.
I'd love like if I go to the States again,
Go
I
to Philly.
want to go to Philadelphia to do the Rocky Steps. The
Mate,
statue.
our people are so highbrow.
Yeah, I want to throw a helmet at it.
That'd be good, eh?
Throw your helmet at it.
But they were like, we don't want your movie prop. It's not
Do-
ours.
Yeah.
Do you-
Yeah. Oh, the museum art people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use the unveiling of a statue as the forum to retire?
Yeah. Probably not the best time, was it?
Yeah.
He didn't sound convinced though in his retirement.
it
No,
might-
it
was
wasn't.
maybe-
It was
maybe.
Adrian.
You could see her face. She was
Adrian
like,
was
yeah,
making
he
him
said it.
retire.
Yeah.
This is it. He can't do anything on his own. He's
Yeah.
fucking hopeless. The Robert Chardoff, the producer, said that Clubber Lang wasn't supposed to have a mohawk or the feathered earrings.
What?
That was all Mr. T.
Well, yeah. I expect that's his fashion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's him.
The earrings are just fucking out there.
I do think they look pretty cool on him.
Do you think he'd be allowed to wear them now? They seem like Native American Indian
Doesn't matter.
to me.
Bit of appropriation.
Bit of
Yeah,
appropriation.
I'm going to tell you, Native American Indians didn't have gold earrings with feathers hanging off them.
Okay. Well, you don't think they could mine gold?
I don't know, maybe he puts the big CD in his lip, like the Incas and all that sort of thing.
Do they
What
use
do-
CDs,
Of-
the African tribes? Is it CDs?
So-
Wow. So we all know that Survivor's song, Eye of the Tiger, was not the original song. Do we know what the original song was?
I do.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
was it a Queen song? No.
You're the best around. So,
So what?
so Survivor came in and did Eye of the Tiger, and Stallone was like, okay, I like that. So then it became the theme for Karate Kid.
Karate Kid, yeah.
Survivor also wrote the opening theme to Karate Kid.
But you know that when Survivor were watching the scene, he cut Another One Bites the Dust to that scene of
Yes,
him
I did
training.
read. That's why I said
Oh,
Queen.
right.
I read that, yeah.
Survivor was sitting there going, man, this is good. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you just run this song? And he's like, I can't get the rights to it. They won't let me have it.
Yeah.
It's too expensive. So then they're like, right, oh well.
Well, it's a similar beat.
Yeah.
It is similar.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Morgan Freeman auditioned for the role of Clubber Lang's trainer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sliding doors.
Did he say anything, the trainer?
No.
Well, he yelled a couple of things
Yeah.
in the ring. But I reckon
Yes, senor! Oh, no, that's the next one.
yeah. I feel like maybe if Morgan Freeman got that role, then maybe they might have cut a few lines in.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, there would have been a narration for
Yeah.
sure.
Andy
Clubber was
Dufresne.
angry that
Even if
day.
he just said, yeah, Andy Dufresne.
Those guys with the camera shouldn't have come in the dressing room that day.
It was a cool day that day.
They want to nail.
Didn't say much.
Vagina food. One of the great clips. One of the great clips. All right, well done. Anyone got anything else? No. Okay. Quotables. There's a million.
Yeah.
Do we blanket every time Clubber Lang opens his mouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool is one of the greats. What's your prediction? Pain is great. I also love something that I have said with a great listener, Adam Grant Goober, who was up at the shout out to you, Goobs. I got a message from him on the weekend. He says, I'm at the Hunter Valley and I'm sitting in a restaurant next to an Australian celebrity. Guess who?
Oh,
And I
gee.
went, God, that's a good question. Thanks, pal. So I said, Dieter Brummer.
Oh no.
And he said, he's dead.
Yes,
And I go,
know.
oh, well, his career was years ago.
Oh jeez.
It ended
That's-
up being Craig McLaughlin.
Oh, McLaughlin's check
Yeah.
one
Oh,
too.
wow.
Hey, Mona.
Wow. That
And
is impressive.
and I would say this with him all the time. Just the last bit. Stallion, it's too bad we got to get old, huh? Oh, just keep punching Apollo. You want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding. Ding, ding is one of the greats. Ding, ding.
Mouth guarding.
Is it the
Love
first is it the first time that anyone said age before beauty?
Could be. That's a good call. I like it.
No, I don't think so.
It's
But
not.
it could be.
It's an
But
early. It's an
It's
early.
an early.
cut.
It's an
Yeah.
early cut. Yeah, absolutely. Got any?
I liked it when the final fight when
Stu Nahan.
Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang got all,
Yeah.
shirty, and Rocky said, "I thought you said be cool." He said that was cool
Good.
because he just
He loses his shit.
Apollo lost his shit.
Yeah.
And the other one was when Thunderlips was walking out, and Rocky said, "Why are they carrying him?" And Mickey said, "He's walking."
Yeah.
Like, because he looks so goddamn huge.
Absolutely. One thing that Paulie says, which is pretty good, is Apollo, can he swim?
Oh.
Paulie, with a name like Rock?
Well, no, not with that butterfly.
Yeah. Sometimes charity hurts.
Dead meat.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Clever.
obviously he said the 202-pound thing, which is pretty good. 1 degree of Kurt Russell.
Let's
Well,
go for Sylvester
let's go for
Stallone every
Sylvester
week.
Stallone. Okay, so this is more of a discussion point. A very different film school for F-wits tonight. I'm going to throw at you that rich people in cinema, and we're learning that also in real life, have disgusting taste. Now, the question is it do people do they have an ostentatious gene hidden in them that the minute that they can buy stuff that they haven't been able to before, they do that? Now, I'll give you some examples. So we've got Rocky 3. The house does not look like is it and it's always seems to be new money,
Yeah.
right? Scarface. The mansion in Scarface, like the office he sits in with the big Tony Montana portrait and the big leather chairs and obviously the piles of cocaine, but everything about it is just over the top. Richie Rich. And I know that's a cartoon character, but like everything is so posh over the top. Like the royal family. Like you just
Yeah.
can't they just have can't they just be like modern
They
like
like yeah, they
taste?
definitely like to be Larry, don't
Yeah,
they?
it just seems to be like Knives Out. Have you seen like Knives Out with the Glass Onion with which is the second one with James Bond, Daniel Craig, and it's got what's his name? Who was the Hulk?
Lou,
No, other one.
Eric Banner,
No, other one.
Ed Norton.
That's it.
Right.
Ed Norton plays this multi-millionaire who just becomes this ostentatious wanker, and everything about his house is he's got like dick art and like just shit art, right? Because is it a thing that when people can afford to buy stuff, they just become dickheads? Seems to happen a lot in the movies.
Yeah.
And you got a good point you said about the old Candyman is that
It was horrible.
yeah, but why? Can't you just have a nicer? And trust me, like there are, I'll go like the movie, the dragon, the girl with the dragon tattoo, the remake, which has got and it's Stellan Skarsgård, where Daniel Craig goes up to his house on the hill.
Yeah.
Beautiful home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
minimalist,
Yep.
just a beautiful home,
Style.
stylish.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's not an ounce of there's not an ounce of look at me, I'm a zillionaire.
Yep.
They just seem to be like you can't. And this house at Talabudra, it's awful.
Yeah.
If you see the pictures inside, you couldn't live in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to knock it down.
Yeah. It's lolly water. It's all sweet and no substance.
Yeah, this is it.
Nice.
And so I'm like, well, it happens so much. Why? Why does Rocky, who comes from the slums of Philly, has a single bed that him, his wife, and his dog sleep in, and he's got a mattress around a pylon to punch, and he's got knives stuck in it. Why does he go from there to a 30-bedroom mansion that looks like Marie Antoinette lives in it?
Look, we've all taken a drive down through Sansui,
Sanssouci. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big pink house or purple house.
and I think it's in his DNA as an Italian.
Right.
They have
Okay.
columns on everything. They're always there. They're trying to reach 1,000 years into the past and drag the Colosseum with them.
Yep.
To the modern day, right? They're
Yeah, right.
they're
Got
ostentatious down to their
the
DNA
columns,
level.
the three types: the Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guys, you done your research
Yeah,
tonight,
bloody hell,
mate.
I know
Well
my, I
done.
know my, I know my columns.
Damo was around when they developed column.
Yeah.
He helped name them.
The aqueducts
Yeah.
in Rome.
That's it.
Jeez Louise.
But
But remember when Rocky first got some money, he went and bought the tiger jacket,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
bought the collars with the stud for his wrist
And the
for
IROC
the dog.
Z23, the Trans Am.
Yeah, so
Right.
you could see that his taste was pretty shit.
Bad.
You
Yeah.
get more money, you're gonna spend
Worse
more
taste.
shit. Yeah.
Worst taste.
And it's now bleeding into middle class society, I have to say.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
There's and listeners, I'm going to direct you to an interesting guy on Instagram at the moment. His name's James Howe, and he has a lot of commentary on shit house design
Okay.
and what a little bit too much money and bad taste will do.
Mm.
So have a look at it, all right? If you're interested in this
James
topic,
Howe.
James Howe.
James, how not to design your house.
Exactly. Yes, he makes great
Yeah.
furniture. So
Okay.
anyway, shout out
Good
James
chat there.
Howe.
But then I thought, well, we can't just have that as film school.
Yeah, okay.
No.
We can't. And I've got another thing just for a couple of minutes here. Because I started then to think about third installments of franchises and where Rocky might sit. Rocky 3 might sit. And I've got to say, it's really not in the top quite a few. You got Return of the King,
Oh, well, yeah.
Toy Story 3,
Mm.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade,
Come on.
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, The Bourne Ultimatum, Return of the Jedi, Goldfinger, The Dark Knight Rises. When I thought about Die Hard with a Vengeance, there's some good third chapters of franchises. I didn't think that there would be that many good third chapters,
Mm.
but there's actually quite a few.
A lot of shit ones too.
Oh, there's a lot of shit ones. Don't get me wrong.
More shit ones.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Revenge of the Sith is a good third,
Yeah, but if you look at
but
like all those
Rise of Skywalker.
movies that went like on and on police academies and
Yes.
everything, Porky's and just poltergeists and what were we talking about last week? Bloody Alfred Hitchcock or
Psychos and-
Psychos kept going
Well,
and going
in
and going.
saying that, it's quite funny because when you start get the horrors,
Fast
because
and the Furious.
Oh.
Fast and the Furious, exactly right. Although Fast and the Furious
Oh,
5,
I think I've lost it at about 5 or 4. I think.
5 and 6 are pretty good.
So
Okay.
The rest of them are pretty
Take a
rubbish.
word
the
for it.
tank flying in the air.
The one where they're in Rio de Janeiro.
That's the last one I watched.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
It
I
may
think
be.
it's Fast 5. But yeah, I didn't mind that. But yeah, there are some shit ones. But when you talk about Nightmare on Elm Street,
Oh, 3 Dream
Three's
Warriors.
great. Dream Warriors is
Yeah,
great.
it's a good one.
Really good. So there are some good ones.
Yeah.
Halloween 3 is the Season of the Witch, where it has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's where they got the Halloween masks melt their heads. That's it for film school. Just something a little bit different tonight.
Yeah.
You know, instead of the normal drivel
like
that we
it.
get from Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
This drivel from Whitey.
I think you did a great job,
Thank
Matt.
you, Wilbur. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
nice work.
Star of the show. I think we're probably all going to be in agreement here.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're not going to do star of the show. We're going to do it's kick-ass credits song time.
Yeah, I've worked on it.
Well, I'm sorry. Tell me a little bit what you've composed, Damo,
Well,
because you were licking yourself out earlier on.
Yeah, well, because I came up with now I don't know if I've thought of it or if I'd heard it somewhere before, but I just came up with a good tune that I thought. Now I'm thinking, have I created this or have I heard this before? And I was thinking, where
Is it we didn't start the fire?
Yeah, I was thinking kind of along those lines that maybe it is something that I've heard before. Maybe you guys might pick it up and go, oh, that's that. But
That's okay.
I could not remember where I'd heard this from, but I just thought it would go in nicely.
What this sounds like is that he knows exactly what song it is,
Yes.
right? But he's
I have no
going,
idea.
I don't remember
Oh.
if this song, I don't remember that this sounds like Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Damo's
you
about-
guys might pick it up. Yeah, mate.
Oh.
It's,
Damo's about to sing a song. It
yeah,
sounds like
it's
November
Enter Sandman,
Rain.
mate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really,
exactly right.
Yeah.
It's really cynical the way that you guys think.
Come on,
Okay.
Axl Rose, give us your masterpiece. What's it called?
It's called The Nose of the Leopard.
The Nose of the Leopard.
Sounds like a bloody.
Could be the best
Iron
song title
Maiden
we've
song.
ever had.
Sounds like an Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
track.
it does sound like an Iron Maiden song.
All right, ready.
Wow. That's unbelievable title.
Okay.
It better have 9 verses, dude.
I don't want this to end already. Damo, okay, everyone strap
Oh,
yourself
that's
in.
right.
Here we go. Damo Giles, the nose of the leopard.
Soaring up, back in the hood. Paid my dues, grabbed my chances. Made the distance, now I'm back on my legs. Just a guy who wants to stay alive. All the time, it happens so quick. You trade your love for victory. Don't lose your hold on the dreams from before. You must battle just to keep them alive. It's the nose of the leopard. It's the thrill of the brawl, soaring up to the threat of our opponent. And the last known survivor hunts his prey in the day, and he's sniffing us all with the nose
Of the leopard.
Yes. There you go.
Do you know what it sounds like?
I don't know what.
Another one bites the dust.
That was great, Damo.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was thinking that you might have thought it sounded like that Survivor song.
What Survivor song?
Yeah, I know, but there's big differences because they got like
They got the eye of the tiger.
yeah, and I've got the
You-
nose of the
the
leopard.
nose of the leopard.
I've got sesame seeds on my bun. They got sesames on their bun.
You got the Big Mac. You got the Big Mick.
Completely different.
Completely different
Wow.
set of anatomy right there.
So I think we could sing it out with the final line from
Oh,
Sniffing Saw the
yes.
Nose of the Leopard. Incredible how I came up with
I
that
just
song.
lost it halfway through. Couldn't breathe.
It's incredible.
That was
Oh,
excellent
there
work.
it
Wow.
comes.
There he is. First team.
Queensland White.
Did they win? Well, they don't need you anyway. Did you tell everyone you've got a torn rectus?
Rectus
Oh,
erectus.
Rectus Abdominis.
Rectus is the son in
Rictus. Rictus erectus.
he's now rectus in this one though.
Really?
Yeah.
He
and
wrecked
it's
his
rectus
rectus.
and scrotus. And I went, his name's changed.
They sent an email today. Yeah, Queensland White. They named it after you.
That's your surname.
Not the other team, which is like Queensland Smith.
Oh, Queensland Turquoise.
Yeah.
Crimson. Chartreuse. Queensland Chartreuse.
Cerise.
Indigo.
Star of the show. I think we're all going to be pretty much in agreement here, but let's go. Quick fire demo.
It is a hotly contended with Clubber Lang, but it's Apollo Creed.
Wilbur,
Apollo Creed.
Whitey, Apollo Creed. He's the best. Love him.
Yep.
The rank bank. Now, we could have a outside Rocky Mouse. Is it Rocky Mouse? Do we go through anything else, or do we go noses of the leopard? Because straight off the bat,
I would have go that.
because straight off the bat, I've got eyes of the tiger.
Oh, well, that's a rip-off.
I've
from
got
my song.
drowning boxes. I've got stinky gyms.
Yeah.
Decrepit hotels. Smashed pinball machines. Rope-a-dope rip-offs. Pity the Fools.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Thunder Lips. Awful bedtime serenades. A-dee-do-do-dee. Crochet jumpers. Puffy hairdos. We haven't spoken enough about Rocky's
No.
hairdo in this movie.
Yeah, what was it? Buffon-like.
Feathered
filler.
earrings.
Ooh.
Best statues of all time. And mohawks.
What about wave frolicking or frolicking the waves?
Oh, okay. Okay, let's mid-drift.
Oh,
Top king.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
okay.
Okay.
Male embrace.
Oh my God. Let me just bring this up. See, we don't have Gow here tonight.
Yeah.
So just bear with me for. Fuck. Got to type the right passcode in, you mongoloid.
The nose. So you're going to be right to sing it out, you know?
Is the nose
Of the
of the leopard.
Sorry, I got the wrong animal.
Yeah.
My wrong feline species.
Mid crop top.
Crop top.
Crop top wave frolics. Okay.
The craziest thing was that he's the director.
He
Yeah.
loved it.
He
That's it,
okayed
you and me, let's
every
get in the
part of
water.
it.
He loved it. He loved it.
Yeah.
Okay, Wilbur, how many crop top wave frolics are you giving Rocky 3?
3.75.
3.75. That's a good score.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. Damo, how many crop top wave frolics
Yeah.
are you giving it?
The decline of Rocky scores is still happening for me. I still like this movie. I think it's awesome. 3.75 for me as well.
3.75.
Crop top wave frolics.
Well done. Just need to check something. Yep, that'd be right. Okay, I'm giving this one. This is, for me, it's the opposite of Damo. My scores start to go north here.
Mhm.
4.25
Nice.
crop top wave frolics for me. And yeah, leading up until, which will be our final movie in the Apollo Creed Memoriam.
Yep.
In Rocky 4, which is my favorite. Anyway, let's see where this one sits in the rank bank, people. Okay, coming in 3.92 crop top wave frolics. Rocky 3 is in position 50.
Oh yeah. Out of how
Position
many?
50 out of 109 movies.
Yeah, feels right to me.
Yep. And in position 50, it's in some pretty good, it is just below with 4 votes for Pedro.
Right,
Oh,
Napoleon Dynamite.
There you
There's a
go.
lot of movies at 4. There's Step Brothers, Beverly Hills Cop, Crocodile Dundee, Long Kiss Goodnight, and Napoleon Dynamite. And just below there at 3.94, elaborate European flat tops
Oh,
is
Schwartz.
Commando. Then we go into Iron Man, 3.92, Cool Execs with a Hardo Steel. Coming to America, 3.92, Assistant Managers. Rocky 3, 3.92, Crop Top Wave Frolics. It's in pretty good company there.
Yeah.
Just above, it's actually just above Rocky 2,
Oh,
3.88, No Good For Us Babies.
right.
He's no good for us, baby.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's